Greetings, welcome to Yellow Stuff. We're back with more studio build stuff. Today we're starting on the Chevy Bison Autocarrier, though technically it will be just mainly the truck right now. Anyways, let's go over to our ad spot and then we'll jump right in and kind of work through what we're doing here. Breaker Prints, your place for custom stickers and custom 3D printed parts. If you like what I do, you definitely he does. It is custom stickers for my mocks and all other creators' mocks. So make sure to check them out. www.breakerprints.com. Take a look around. Sparms for me. And yep, enjoyed that. And let's go over to studio, shall we? Alright. Model. No. View. Shawl panel. Sorry. I need to. Custom parts. I need to go fetch the Bison. In 2 pieces. There's the cab body. And then here's the frame body. Do I need to put these 2 together? Probably eventually. We're mostly going to be working on this, though. So what we're going to be doing is actually taking these Chevy Bison. Let me add in some reference images here. Real fast. That's a blueprinty image. Another side profile image. A reference image. Did I not have an image for the Bison? I guess I didn't have an image for the Bison specifically. Yeah, we'll be taking the Chevy Bison, which actually we're getting a 2-for-1 deal because the Chevy Bison is exactly the same as the GMC General. Oh, yeah, two for one here, and we'll be turning it into an Autocarrier, kind of like this. I think this truck will make kind of a neat looking Autocarrier. So that's why I kind of chose it specifically as being an Autocarrier. Without further ado, though, let's grab these 2 parts. I don't want to be bright pink. Okay, you're upset. You're not set. Okay, I didn't set like any of you to be technically a 1x2 plate or tile in color. So I'm gonna actually drag something else on here. And then make this be trans black, which then I can turn these guys into trans black. So now we can work within them. Fantastic. Yeah, this is just a bunch more detail. We mostly need to focus on this guy. I believe the hood, though, 4 wide. Cab is 6 wide. Like, it's pretty square. To be honest, it's pretty darn square. It is a very square vehicle, which kind of works to our benefit in numerous ways. Those headlights, we might have to make them bigger than they actually are. Anyways, I think the easiest place to start would be just to kind of start building out some of this, Okay, so that's not 6x6, but that's actually, this is actually going to be pretty darn perfect. Just to start here like that. Because for the top part here, I gotta move all out of the way. Because I have some Vitamilk bottle on my desk. I need to move it out of the way so I can see my corner down here. It's in the way. Anyways, brick modified, you there and you facing that direction with some plates. And then I think I can just put like the curved slopey parts on there. Now kind of create the rounded bits of the cab. Okay, I need to go one more plate out. One more plate out. There we go. Yay. It like perfectly recreates. Okay, this is gonna go like super fast because this thing is such a box. Such just a square. Fenders will be a little more challenging to create, but the rest of this is such a square that it's kind of almost hilariously easy. Like, I probably wouldn't even need a 3D model for this. Drawings would have been perfectly fine because of how square this entire thing is. We're just gonna move you up though, because we don't want that bottom, these bottom tiles to actually be the finishing things. They're mostly just there in order to hold things together. It does look like I need to use some plate 1x3s. Like that. There. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Man, this is gonna be almost too easy. Wow. These trucks are really just a giant square box, more or less. We might stretch the cab a little bit though. Looking at it now, I might end up stretching the cab just a hair bit. Mostly so that we can fit some doors in here. I should actually probably put down the doors right now. Only thing sad is I need to make some custom doors eventually that take window panes on them for these little side windows. Couple different reasons. Oh, really? That needs to be, like, lifted up. Okay. This would probably be my most roomy cab ever. Go ahead and copy mirror this. Plate 1x6, you there. Really is just do be like that. Wow, okay. That is extremely easy. Move that back. Copy, paste. Yeah, we'll have exhaust do their thing and a bunch of other stuff back here, but I want to just use bricks to build this up. Later we'll find out how to put on the sleeper and what I need to be doing for that. Okay, you put there, you split. Probably delete twice? Yeah. Okay, so I just need a single 1x1 plate then up top. Pile 1x4. Plates. Okay. What do we need for plates? We got this little sunshade thing kind of poking out there. The only thing with the rounded parts is I kind of wish we had sort of some rounded pieces. I could use actually slope curved U, technically. That would kind of give me my rounded profile along the back that I needed. Just a little bit. Yeah, we have all these lights up top and stuff. Actually, I should probably be doing this how I normally do this. Plate modified. Jumper up front. And jumper in the backs for the connection of the horns. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Let's tile this off. 1x2, 1x6. I almost need to put like some brackets up top or something. This is probably looking a little too thick for that roof, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit. Also need some more profile definition. Okay, we're gonna raise this roof just a little bit. Select by connected, grab all of that, put that over there. Oh, and we're not even like, we should have this go across like the full way. Come on. Come on, duplicate across the full way. There we go. Needs to be a lot thinner. Technically, our roof should be a lot more, because we also need the tile modifieds. Like that. Maybe I don't like curve it on the back. Actually, we have plate round. Oh yeah, you probably work out even better. Put you there. Copy, paste. That might not actually work out that well. Okay, not a chop top. We don't want a chop top now. Be unideal. Okay, maybe this roof is kind of a little more difficult. That's looking relatively alright. What do I want to do here? I kind of want to lower this down. A 1x1 there and a 1x1 there. I think I have to insert custom window here just to get things to kind of look correct. Yeah, this has a curved window too. Bring back that same window that we kind of made for the auto car. this. Yeah, okay. So we kind of need to have it shoved out like that. Tile modified. Oh, wait. Plate modified. Some jumper ones in there. Up in here. There we go. Turntables underneath. They are the thinnest things I can get. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna have to probably work around that. Plate, not you, sir. Mama said you're meant to burn as bright as a star among the midnight sky. Yeah, I do need to connect these curve plates though. Question is how. I think I do need to have a double thickness roof. Would be ideal. Okay, so maybe we bring back an older roof design using these guys. 1x4 up front with slopes. These can probably get us a somewhat of a curve. Kinda, not really. Wish we had a lot more like thin plates. That'd be so nice. I guess with like a windscreen in place too, things would be a little bit more nicer. Because 2x2s aren't that expensive. Sloped curve, you also come in trans clear. We paste, come in trans clear as well. So, I wonder, is this necessarily the best answer? So I can probably get something really good as going as well too, if I actually put droid arms. A 3 plate. Tile modified. You might be even better. Tile modified. Okay, let's just put. I can't put. Ooh, let's not delete that. Can't put inverted on that end because we need some place to attach the mirrors. Okay, we'll get some custom hose real quick, and I think we're gonna do minifig hands for the windows like we normally do our bigger rigs. 1.5 maybe? No, probably actually just one. Let's see here, minifig, body part, and yeah, this might be the better solution. It's also my favorite solution. A lot of times. A lot of people I know despise it, but I've come to like it. A lot of people actually want like actual window glass up front. Understandable. Understandable choice. Taste in what you like. a hinge. A little better? Yeah, it's probably a little better. And then we just... actually, you know what? There's actually a better place to put this. Connection point, you... Let's connect you to there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we have that. Turntables. Let's get the turntables in here. Grab every little bit of that. Copy mirror. Paste it to the other side. Okay, so we need to get rid of the turntables again. They just don't work all the time. Alright, dead middle there. Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. That's a lot better. There's a reason why I like using the bar technique more. I do think we'll lift up the cab, though, just to try and get some better shapes, the roof a little bit. I mean, we also gotta attach a bunch of other things here. 6. I need to put just a plate probably on that corner. 3. Ah, dang. I really need like thin parts to attach to there. Now, I wonder if I could pull a sneaky... Wouldn't be ideal connection-wise, but I could probably pull a sneaky where I use a clip there and a clip back here to attach the horn across and use the horn to actually hold on to this whole bit. That might be an option. Up in here. Oh, that hits all of that. Okay. Needs to be a 1x3 there. 1x3 there. See, that's what I don't like. It's all hitting. It's just all bad and all hitting and just it doesn't work out too well. What if I use slopes in the back here? Plate round. Is there a plate round I can replace you with? Not really. Dang, I really wish there was more options. Things sometimes there just isn't. Yeah, because these are all attaching toward the middle of those studs, which is kind of obnoxious in several ways. Like that attaches to them. That attaches to them, but I don't like the way it looks. I really need to solve my problem on the back here. and somehow underneath all of this. I will probably change this back to modified. 2x3. Maybe I just need to have studs all the way along. There's no escaping it. I just need to have some studs there. As for these guys, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with them. It's not really any great option. It's the only option I really have. Just putting some 1x2s under here and making them clear, I guess. That way I have some kind of stud connection on the back side here to grab onto. By 4, 1x3, 2x2. Copy me. Oop. Copy and mirror. Place you back there. There we go. See, now I have areas to put like turntables and do some other stuff underneath here. Is that my favorite choice? No, not one bit. Does it feel like I have the only choice I have? Kind of, yeah, a lot of it. Doesn't feel great. And now I can put like some tile rounds up top for the orange lights. Like that. And then I'm just going to use, honestly, some not well placed, but sort of placed clips along the side for the horns. At least it kind of feels correct. The mirrors. Yeah. There's no getting around it. Yeah, that kind of just works. I'm gonna scoot this back up actually a plate. 1x6 and then a 1x. Oop. Even though we're probably gonna end up punching a bigger hole in the back when we put the sleeper on. Hey, at least we're getting somewhere. Hey, blockheads, welcome. Got me like right in the middle of a yawn. Okay, so I think it's mirror session time. Need to attach some mirrors real quick. That bends back a little too far. Is this another 1/35th scale build? Nope, this is actually done to my scale. Finally. This is one for me. And I guess would be for everyone else eventually. Alright. Yep, hooray. Finally, a me build. But nah. Are you planning on doing the headlights? That's a good question. Well, that's a answer for later me. I'll get there when I get there. I might have to use binoculars, possibly because of the size. A little bit smaller than just doing that. Or else, worst case scenario, I size up the headlights to the 1x2 tile. We'll see how that goes. I still got to build the wood cab. And then the bumper. Still a lot of details to go. Trying to figure out the mirrors at the moment. Would a sausage be too long? Yeah. Yeah, it's a little too long. I could always just attach that there. Yeah, that's probably a good answer. I'll go ahead and attach that like that. We need just a little guy up there, and I need to get... Even though this mirror's probably gonna look pretty fat. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta lower that down. That's a little too low, though. Think you got the model from Farmington? Yep. Yep, like I normally do. Utensil. There's actually some like really great 2025 mods for the Bison. I might end up using them in just my regular single player playthrough of 17 and soon probably some other later games. That feels too low. Hey, and that feels like not enough. Mostly because this is a lot bigger. Oh, wait. Let me grab an ingot again. I have the answer to that. Like brown U. Beautiful, beautiful clip. Wrenched, you can get rid of the tile round. I guess because that's poking outwards, it doesn't quite work. Plate round with clip saves the day. Kinda. I'm trying to find something that looks a little more better. Actually, you know what? Doesn't look too pretty from the front, but that actually looks pretty good. Now, I would just like to stick something that goes from this door over, but probably not possible. Might just have to have something along the... nothing along the bottom. Wrench for the bottom strut. I thought the wrench would be a bit too big. Oop. No, that's a wrench. There's also this wrench. Little hitteth. Could probably squish this out just a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, just a little. Actually, what do you model add reference images? Do these trucks even have normal mirrors? Oh yeah, no, they have their normal mirrors. They also have little extra mirrors there. Okay, use that for reference a little bit. Yeah, no, they just have their normal mirrors. I just want to double check that. Okay, connection point U to over here. Sweet. Is there a 1x1 tile on the back? There is. Copy. All right, because you're doing Autocarrier. Yep. So unfortunately, I don't think I can do the exhausts. Hold on. Is there any Autocarriers out there that still have their kind of upwards like exhaust? interested. Go away, Google. What is this? Traffic lights? Yes, all of these. Why is this the first time? Verify. I am not a robot. Go away. Thank you. All right. Do any of these trucks really have their upwards exhausts? Or is that just kind of more or less completely removed? I have a feeling it's more or less going to be completely removed, so I can't do the upwards exhausts. Sad face. What about like a custom one? Still negatory? I would have thought they... Too many photos. It's kind of funny. I don't like that I've been Googling a little too much. Yeah, even like custom ones. This is kind of wild. There's really isn't any side exhausts going on. Yeah, it must be just exiting out the bottom. Mostly so you don't get any soot or anything else onto your cars that you're hauling. Not really. Oh, wait, here we go. There's an example. Thingy's in the way, but ha ha ha, I found an example, finally. It feels a little weird that it goes to the car deck. I might end up changing that to where it kind of like just exits lower or something. Hey, Pontiac. I think there's a few Pontiacs. Anyway, side note. Yeah, there's probably a reason why they don't have it. Your reason specifically comes to mind. Definitely. But there are, I guess, some. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, it really just... Oh, okay, so it's like bent over. It's just bent over right there and then goes up. Okay, I think I should just keep it below the auto deck, or if I do have it, the auto deck, I need to keep it like out of the way of the auto deck. But that's kind of funny how it just like notches over right there. Comes back up. Alright, well, we know that it's a thing now. Okay. Small cars. Yeah, you probably wouldn't... This feels like this might be too heavy. But yeah, you probably don't want anything wildly overweight above you. Have the small car up front. Yeah, okay. So we can have our exhaust, but it might just kind of do some funky stuff. Alright, which is good. I was hoping for that. We'll do the exhaust in a moment. I kind of want to build out the front next. Actually, build out the hood. And of course, this fender is right over top of some jumpers. I'm just saying that because the exhaust would limit how wide the car would be. Yeah. Cause all sorts of problems like that. I just put that in there, and now I lost it. There we go. That comes out like that. Part of me... Okay, I would... Yeah, no, that's just a solid block in there, so I actually have to, like, move the entire model. If I really want those pieces back. Or no, wait, what am I doing? I can just Control Z. Control Z for the win! Part of me is thinking that I should just... something like that there, and then... probably do something like this either side? No, we're already like much too wide. Okay. Okay. Scratch that. by 4, plate modified, U, and then we need a tile for the top. 2 by 3, there we go. It's the top of the fender. The back of the fender, this feels like a door rail. Yeah, it's just wide enough. Probably at 45 too. Dang you, tooltip, and being in my way. Yeah, that looks pretty great. Actually, problemo. Whatever I do to connect this, it needs to be far more inside, which means this tile needs to be far more longer. Go far more inside like that. Just because of how we're going to have to mount that. Especially with the front headlight, too. The front headlight is going to be interesting. And not in any great way. I really might have to just make that headlight wider than what it should be. And call that good. This side bit, I'm feeling like a bar would probably be good. Have you sneak along in there. I think that that's your only option. Definitely feels that way. I'll use an upside down bracket, I want to say. And then like a, not a slope curve, just a regular T-slope. Binoculars, something like that. Yeah. This feels like this would be pretty accurate. This in here. This definitely would stick out a lot more than I would like. It definitely looks the part. And hey, I could even just put like a plate around up top. There we go, and that's our orange little blinker thingy. Does it even come? Oh yeah, it does come trans orange. See, that already looks pretty alright, honestly. I might just leave that now. Unfortunately. Let me just leave that. Tile modified. At least we can just use like a buttload of grills. Move it a bit down though. Oh, because you're trying to match up to that edge there. Just like notch it down a little bit like that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I see the vision. I don't know if I'm 100% on board, but I do see the vision. Okay, I went one too tall. There. Nice thing about the Chevy Bison is basically all grill. Adds more pain to the model a little bit. A little bit, yes. Alright, so now it's just a matter of actually getting a lot of this hooked in. Lodestar front grille is a pain. It's curved. Oh, so you want me to do a Lodestar sometime? That nonsense? Big rounded grille. I'm glad that this truck is mostly just square. Just all, oops, all squares. I need to hide you for a moment. Delete you, delete you. Oh, you're working on one now? Oh, okay. You want to feel the pain and the torture of one of those things. Especially with trying to do all the rounded shapes. Is that really just a bracket right there? Yeah, I'm not enjoying myself. I've... I wonder why. Oh, right, this doesn't quite line up like that, no. Dang. Lodestar would definitely be something where it'd be nice to have a 3D model. Sand green! Oh! Oh, we're going like for top tier kinds of torture. Self-inflicted torture. Like, we're not even going for like the low-hanging fruit. No, we're going for like the highest of the high. Ah, jeez. I wonder, maybe do I need to... I think of how to connect this now. Luckily, there are more parts in sand green than you think. Yeah, I think Baby Yoda really has a big part of that. A lot of sand green that went in those models. I think of what else. Maybe Friends? I don't think Friends uses a ton of sand green though. It's mostly just those Baby Yoda models just coming in clutch. Just giving you like gob tons of sand green to work with. Now I need to have that there. Need to have this right like that. Okay. The problem comes in, which I think I can probably work around it with some magic and shenanigans. Nope, that's not aligned. There we go. Okay, so that's all attached firmly again. I need to work around down below here, so let's delete some of that. I think that these will attach well just from the top. Yeah, okay. And more or less, I believe I just need to copy and paste that down below. Yeah, there we go. Bracket. Down, oh, down below like that. There we go. Sweet. We could also do brick modified a little bit longer, just so we have some stud connection within the nose. We'll have more stud connections going on underneath, but just strengthen things a little bit. I should also probably throw a tile on top of those brackets. Like that, so that this is at least still resting against something. Can't be like pushed out in a weird way. We have that fender in. Next is this guy. Okay, so these are definitely not attached in any meaningful way. Bracket definitely feels like the best way to attach you. That's probably not the only way to attach you. Yeah, okay. Plate modified. I need a plate modified on the inside here. You. Okay, so I do actually need these studs that are just provided. Actually give myself some connection points on the inside. It's kind of a terrible way of having this. Oh, come on. Would you just connect? Not there. Yeah, not there, definitely. Infinity Stone? I could if I had an attachment point for the Infinity Stone. I don't really have a good attachment point for the Infinity Stone since you need a micro peg thing. Some brackets have a pinhole big enough. Oh, on the underside, there. I'm guessing. Did you just physically try it? I looked at a bracket. Okay, you looked at a bracket, but did you actually try and shove anything into that bracket hole? Guess I could do a physical test here too as well. Don't own any Infinity Stones, unfortunately. Yeah, but I do, and I do have some brackets, so I guess I'll have to give that a look-see and see if that works or not. You have some fire though. Okay, so you have something that might work. Okay, so I guess this has to have. Yeah, it's too tall. And I believe the other option is too short, so I might have to do some sideways building for the nose. Would help if I did things correctly. Ah. Connect to the bottom, please. Thank you. Brick modified. You there. Show all. Yeah, it's off by a half plate. Okay. I know what I need to do. Well, hopefully I know what I need to do. And that's to use these guys to actually build up the cab nose. Ended up using a feather, and yeah, it works. Okay. Alright. So you'd have to make sure you have the correct bracket. Wonder if all brackets have that hole underneath. I'll have to double check that. All brackets have that hole underneath. You can do that technique. Put an Infinity Stone there. Definitely need to do some silly stuff here to get all this connected right. Delete you. Copy paste. That's probably too long. Actually, that is just long enough. Yep, there we go. Cool, now I can just have to work around that somehow. Actually try and build out this nose. So you know how I said this nose wasn't going to be that complicated? Turns out it's going to be very complicated. Seems like all brackets have the hole. Okay, well that's good to know. So if anyone orders parts, there won't be an unfortunate circumstance of just one not having the hole. Problem. Because this is on a bracket, you know, I'm gonna have to do this a different way. That tile is clipping a bit, yes, because this is on a jumper. I need to not have that on a jumper. And I know the way to solve that problem of not having it on a jumper. But it goes down so far. I don't think it'll be too terrible though, but eh. 6, is that down low enough? Ahaha, it is. That's not where you need to be. You need to be on this side. There we go. Copy mirror. See, now I can take that and position it wherever I want to. I think I'm going to have to end up scooching it back, which might end up changing a bunch of things. Including how that bracket should attach. Okay, I might have to hit undo on a lot of this. Hold on. I think I found a new way to attach things, which I think more or less completely changes how the hood should be built. I don't think we're running into any problems of where the axles need to go yet. But yeah, I should be able to now bracket that. I don't know if that's actually a plate perfectly or not. It is not. Okay, do I have something that I can work on that fits the bracket like that? Grab all of this. Grab this too. Scooch it back this way a little bit. And then for this part, I think temporarily I just need to attach a bracket here. No, bracket does not work. Brick modified, you there with a plate. It's clipping, but we're gonna ignore that for a second. I'm just trying to position things. And so I need stuff to be solidly actually mounted to the body so that it's positioned correctly. And therefore I can now finesse everything to be more in a appropriate position. Okay, so we don't need that forward tile. This all needs to be like that. Okay. This is a little bit back. I don't believe, actually, okay, it is clipping into the wall of the vehicle, just a smidge. There. Now it's not clipping. But it's not perfectly aligned either, so something weird has gone on there. I definitely need something like a... Okay, so maybe I do need to reintroduce the studs sideways here. Actually, wait, brick modified. This guy actually would be perfect for right there. Yeah. No. No, I lied. Nope, I lied. Thought it would be perfect there, but it's not. I need this guy here, cuppy mirror. And I basically need another guy down here. You. You need to be there, you attach there. Okay, so now that's in place. I'm actually gonna go ahead and grab some of this and copy mirror it across. Now we kind of got it in its final position, more or less. These guys I'm actually going to change up for just a 1x8 going across. Surprisingly, the fenders actually need to be 8 wide for this thing. So big. Feels like I actually need to have bracket. Bracket the answer all along? Ugh, I feel so convoluted. Maybe bracket was the answer all along. Doesn't feel like it though. Maybe it is. Maybe I need to lower these down somehow. How are we looking? Looking alright still. I just need to actually fill in this stuff. Lego math is very convoluted. It is. It very much so is. Trying to get anything to line up in a decent manner. Pain in the butt sometimes. Yeah, see, that sticks up too much. Maybe that's fine. In a weird way, it feels like I should swap these around like that. Yeah, nah. Okay, anyways, hide. Delete you. Pop that like that. There we go. We need to have attachment points later on for this air filter and this oil filter thing, oil can. Probably attach that later. I say that now as my brain wants to go ahead and attach it. Okay, it'll be a little adjusted from its position, but that kind of looks like that works. Okay, now that's clipping. See, a candlestick is about the other thickness I can think of. Actually, you know what? How do I like double this up? Ugh, I just need like a ring or something. Hatch between those. Feels so close. But yeah, what about the one ring? Need like a little bit of gold on there. The only thing I can think of though that's like not full. Clip 2 L bar. Oh yeah, actually. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What if we swap these? The thin versions. So that that clip 2 L bar would actually fit in there. I think that's probably close enough. Definitely looks as close to the part as we can. My problem is our colors are going to be extremely limited now because of these parts. But that's probably fine. Okay, 2x3. White and blue, they're the only colors you need for a semi. I would like, perchance, a little bit more choice in color than just that. Be a little bit more nicer if I had a little bit more choice in color than just white and blue. Alright, brick modified. I need these guys. Copy mirror. Oh, that's like a bracket, isn't it? Actually, does this match up perfectly? Yeah, it does. Okay. Technically, there is some silliness we could do with some bracketry to get things to line up a little bit more better. Which I am ever so slightly more tempted to do. That has the bumps on the bottom. Yeah, it does. Plate and then a tile. Okay, and then I definitely need some brackets kind of going down the front there. Just to gap fill as much as I can. Question is, will this be enough to attach to there? Oh yeah, it will. Perfect. Sweet. Ah, cool. Okay, so what I'm hoping is I can stick this 45-degree bar in here. My hopes have been dashed quite a bit, actually. Let's try Technic brick. Technic, brick. That way, I need to put you there. I need a brick round. Brick round, you, my good sir. I think you're actually too big. But you are too big. Oh, you're closer to like a 1x1. Oh. Oh, okay. Saucer. You might be able to put a lever and put some wheel hubs in the lever? Oh, okay. No, I see what you're talking about. Let's try again here. You plate round you, and I need a tile around you. What you have works better though. It's more size accurate, hopefully. Okay, that looks good. Put that on there. Hide. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to actually change that out for a plate. Copy, paste. Please color it. Why? Why would I ever do such a thing? Still have the bumpers to figure out. I don't think this part would be hard, honestly. I think I might make it just a little bit bigger than what it's supposed to be. With the power of wedges, wedge plates. Put you over there. Put you over there. Technically, you need tile round there. Bring that in. Tile before tile. Boop. Probably exactly like that. And then I think I just need to stick some brackets on the bottom. Yeah. And more or less just slap that on there. A little bit bigger. A little bit custom. But I like it. Okay, so last but not least, I just need to technically delete you. So we don't need you to be there anymore because we need to thin up some of these shapes. Just put a 4x4 underneath there. Because now... Okay, so it does come up underneath, okay. So we'll just do our usual technique then. Oop. Of probably a brick round. Bars coming up here. For the exhaust. Oop. Like that. Ha ha ha. Big round. Just undercutting a little bit, that's fine. 1x6 and 1x6. There we go. Technic connectors. You, my good sirs. There we go. And we'll have to do the top part probably. I almost feel like I kind of want to like almost run it alongside or like twist it back towards the like above the sleeper, because we will have added a sleeper eventually so we get this kind of more together. That kind of feels like how I want to run it. It literally just comes up and then just kind of goes boop back like that. Feels probably good. Candle stick, kind of have it run backwards and then maybe run outwards. like that. It feels probably a little weird, but it'll look better once the auto rack thing is on top. We have the sleeper back here that kind of gets pinched around it. I don't know. It's an idea. We'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and hide you. Grab all of this. Copy mirror it over to the other side so we have exhaust on both sides. I mean, worst case scenario, we just cut it like there. Have it just kind of poke straight out. Actually, you know what? Maybe that's actually better. Maybe that's actually better. Have it poke out the sides like that. Because I've seen truck exhausts that kind of do that, so we'll do that, and then the Autocarrier can just be out, run along the top there. Alright, so now you want color, eh? I don't even know what kind of color to actually color this. Color has not been a thought yet in my head. Actually, what I should actually be putting in its color. I guess the doors would probably be the biggest determining factor upon color. Oh, we could do it flamingo pink. We could do a hot pink truck. I bet there's a lot of colors that do not come in hot pink. Yeah, almost all of them. Pretty much all of them don't come in a hot flamingo pink. Okay, what is angry? Yeah, you're angry. You're angry. You're angry. You're angry. It's just oops, all angry. Let's go ahead and paint a bunch of the stuff in the correct colors. That Technopin inside gets the black color treatment. What? Gray, light bluish gray, black because that's the cheapest color. Gray. Horns can be light bluish gray. These are the dome light things. Let's go. Let's get that color. What is the actual hold on. Back over to screen here. I need a Chevy Bison. Not you. You non-Chevy Bison thing. Not you. I need the 1980 Chevy Bison. Thank you very much. There we go. We have a lot of two-tone stuff. There's a Chevy Bison mod for SnowRunner. White and blue? Like sand blue too, it's not just normal blue. Interesting. This guy has a sleeper. Looks like we're gonna have to do a change thing and do some boxes here. Or no, do some sleepers have the fuel tank? No, it's mostly a box. Right below the cab. If it has a sleeper on it. Don't exist in white. Yeah. There's like two different versions of the tall doors, and sometimes I swap around between them depending on the color. Actually, I don't really know what kind of color to do the Bison. Is there... Hold on. Is there any other things? Oh, wait. This grill should be light bluish gray. This bumper should almost be entirely light bluish gray. These parts are trans clear. I wonder, would it ruin the look for being sold in the US? Ah. Would it ruin the look if I did that trans clear? I'm kind of not. Tough call. What about the air filter, actually? I didn't look at the air filter. Air filters are actually... Looks like a lot of times painted... only this top part is painted silver. The rest is like a body color. 38 bucks. Ouchies. And let me guess, the window trim is also... Oh no, it's actually black. Parts are usually actually the black. Okay, well. Let's make the rest of this black. Probably, and then we'll try and figure out an actual body color. There we go. Western Star. Oh. Yeah. That thing is in white. Okay, there's a lot that's angry. Okay, doors, and it seems like these curved slopes are probably going to be the most determining for... Actually, these parts up top too. Ah, red, white, or yellow. Those are our only choices. What would a yellow Chevy Bison look like? Honestly? Probably not bad. What is upset? You're upset. That's fine. We can make you all... like bluish gray. Stop ring is upset. That can be light bluish gray as well too. That just adds a little more detail to that thing. You're upset. Just be probably black, honestly. Turntables upset. Light bluish gray. Boom. Minifigure utensils. You're upset. B flat silver. Honestly, I want to turn these probably back to yellow. Honestly, yeah, we're looking pretty good. I probably should have filled this in with an actual brick. Yellow, plate round. What is a plate round? Oh, you're upset. Well, I know what color you can be. Nope, trans clear. There we go. Brick modified, brick. We're going to be adding a sleeper though eventually, so this whole back wall gets ripped out. Kind of, eventually. Probably should be also putting some interior into this thing as well. And maybe even actually giving it a frame. That would be probably pretty smart as well. File. The Diamond Rio has its own thing going on. I actually probably need to rip from... Oh boy, what's the most recent truck that I've done for myself? I gotta actually look at rebrickable for that. What is the most recent truck I've done for myself? Maybe the Bullnose or the Peterbilt 350 COE? Freightliner Cascadia. That one looks like that'd be the best one. Freightliner Cascadia sleeper here. This guy. Rip the underguts from this guy. Mostly just the axles. I need these axles. Oh yeah, you're off by like weird amounts. Ah, that is way too tall. That is Wait, too tall. Okay, that needs to like shrink down a lot. Probably also just move inwards. Nope, actually, I probably shouldn't have done that. I need to actually have stud connections for this thing. I have stud connections for this thing. Okay, jumper. Plate, you, up. Plate there. Okay, now I have stud connections for this, so now I can just go boop. And grab this side and do the same thing. Boop. I do not know. This design is a very old design. I can definitely swap those out for 3 long bars. Three long hose, though, technically would have some natural flex to it, like suspension. A little bit. Not a whole lot. A little bit. Oh, come on. Don't be weird. Thank you. Go ahead and be probably light bluish gray. Oh, pearl gold, your cheapest color, really. Plate round. I need a plate 2x2 in the middle. Light bluish gray, and actually no, get rid of that. Now we can just thunk that way up in there. There we go. Maybe the hose doesn't flex as much as you would think. Interesting. Okay, I do kind of need this for some stuff. But honestly, I just need to mount up these wheels in the rear now. Actually, can we modify this? Yeah, we can. Merge, that becomes a 2x8. And then two 2x8s. Merge becomes a 2x16. Which is way stronger. Okay, so I need to have like another probably 2x16 going across the top here. Another 2x8 there. Don't forget to add the infinity stones. Yep, we'll get to that eventually. Yeah, it's probably roughly about correct placement for the rear axle. Still got some more stuff to do, but that'll do for now. I need to try and model up some of this stuff here too. Some cool stuff, like these mud flaps are being held on by this like little bar goes down to the steps. The truck seems so short because the Bisons are pretty short, but that also might be because there's no sleeper going on. But we've modeled it. There's the cab. I'll re-overlay that. Yeah, the cab. What am I looking at? What am I trying to do? Oh yeah, you want me to add the infinity stones to here. Anyway, see you later. Ah, you gotta run? Alright. Well, thanks for tuning in. Stones. Slope. Color rubber. No, it'd be an R for rock. There it is. Here we go. Just plug that into there. honestly, I'm just gonna do this. You be orange. Copy and mirror. Plop that on the other side. Boom, there we go. I feel like I want to suck in the wheels just a little bit. Okay, so let's just do that there. Just an ever so slight absorption. There we go. Sweet. That feels pretty good. So now it's just a matter of the box that's up front. Also the mud flaps. We need the mud flaps to... Those ones actually should be pretty easy. Let's get bracket going underneath here. Then probably... I just need, like... Tile modified, yeah. That'll work. And let's get a bar. You... It actually doesn't have as much room as I had thought it might. Might have to adjust this to the other side. Here, merge together. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Because now we can get like a 3 long bar or something kind of along in here. And that is much more closer. With some adjustments, we can get this like even in a better position. Like angle this up. Get this to be kind of more out that way. Like that's looking pretty good. How about a flag? Oof, okay. That is pretty darn close to our limitations. That is kind of what I'm looking for, honestly. Can I get that up any higher? No, I cannot. Alright, that's fine. Usually those mud flaps are black, so this is all... Yes, oops, all black. There we go. And we'll go ahead and copy and mirror that across. There we go. Now, for what I've seen, at least in reference images, let's come back over here, is that some of them have a box and then some big steps in the back. And then that box is kind of on both sides. I feel like, yeah, it'd be like almost like a 3 wide box, 3 studs wide. Yeah, probably 3 studs wide feels good. Oh, hey, look at that. It's like a twin steer thing going on. Oh, no, those are doubles. That's interesting. I like that's an interesting wheel setup. Yeah, I think I want to do that box though, and then the steps on the other side. We'll try and replicate that now if we can. Complete modified, kind of like that. Really, that's hitting. Okay, well, we can kind of fix that by just putting more of that in there. And then I just gotta actually, like, really wrench that up. Just adjust this all back to where it was, and then we'll start curving, angling things more. Hinge, not you hinge. You hinge, not you hinge. You hinge. There we go. Gosh, that took a while. Try and get it to cooperate. pull you out a little bit. There we go. I think I pulled it out a little too far. And actually, nope, that doesn't hit. That is good. Oh, hello, Mason. Someone's angry because I'm not working on their thing. What's up? Working on a bison, not in your scale. Bleh. It's in my scale, the closer to the 148 that I normally go for. Nice color, feels different. Yeah, probably yellow. I actually don't know. I haven't really thought about color, so it's just a color. Yeah, got some nice detail to it. If our reference images don't get in my way. Definitely need some interior still, though. That's a thing that it needs eventually. No, I need that there because I need to have something. 135? No, this is closer to the 148 scale that I normally work in. More scaled appropriately to my other trucks. Though your recent Rio, Diamond Rio, that's oddly close to some of how I do with my other trucks too. Okay, so yeah, that goes there. Maybe I've been doing 135th this whole time. Okay, plate. Need some jumpers just for that little step along the bottom. Happy mirror, there we go. That's more or less the box that sits along the bottom there. I feel like I still need to extend it out just a little bit. A little bit more of a stretch. Bracket upwards. There we go. Yeah, okay. And I'm hoping that I can attach it somewhat nicely. This is kind of in the way. Actually, can we move that forward and get it less in the way? That'd be probably fantastic. I hinge this up really hard. Might be able to, yeah, maybe. Stops clipping through the tire. Okay, no, it still needs to be hinged kind of back this way a little more. Yeah, like that. There we go. Go ahead and get that from unclipping into the bottom of the vehicle. Okay, so that gets that out of my way just a little bit more. And actually, I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna get it out of my way even more. Going like that. Okay. Still needs some adjustment, but hey, it's actually getting like very much out of my way, which is good. Kind of need it to not be in my way for where I'm trying to attach the battery box stuff. I'm heartbroken. You finally noticed me. Rail? What? What? Is that a reference to something? rearview mirror. There we go. All right. Feeling pretty good about a lot of this. I still need to attach these boxes. I need to attach these steps, which the exhaust stuff kind of feels like it's in the way of the steps. I might need to adjust that too, some more. I mean, in real life, sometimes these trucks do have like pockets here to which the exhaust comes through. I'm wondering if I need to do something kind of similar. Grab all that, put it up there. Copy, paste. A little drafty in the rear there. Bracket, probably just a slope. Cheese slope. That would kind of pocketize that a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Make it more of a pocket that the exhaust fits into. Still gotta do interior. I'm saving that for later. That needs to be like that. I need a 1x2 out. More than a 1x2. Okay. There. Oop, there we go. Sweet. Yeah. I think it'll work. Just a matter of actually connecting this now. I think the easiest way to do this, if you don't line up towards the middle, that's alright, because I have done silly things to connect to you. Nope, hold on. Okay, I need to sneeze, but it's like taking like the slowest time ever to like materialize. Like it's a THX logo just loading in type slow. Maybe even longer than THX logo. My goodness. I can still feel it like building. Like a snail's pace. I'm trying to figure out now if I need to actually sneeze or not, or if it's just doing weird things. Alright, select my color. We're going to make this black, and then we're actually going to come back in and I think light bluish gray, kind of the interior of the box. Yeah, the whole box should be light bluish gray. There we go. Bluish gray on both sides for that. Now I need to do the steps, which are probably the easiest part. I can just use the tile modified with the bar. Let's see, bracket. Oh, that's off. Okay, that's probably fine. Yeah, no, that'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's all fine. Okay, now can I put like a 1x2 into here? Not practically, but I think I can kind of squeak it around if I don't have that plate there. Yeah. Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay, now I can use the tile modifieds. Tile modified, you guys. Copy paste. Sweet. Let's delete you. Select by color, all of that. Copy here. These steps seem like they're usually like a black. Actually, that feels like that's a bigger step on the bottom. Now looking at that example. Seems like such a much bigger step. Alright, copy, paste. Oh, there. Okay, and then select by color. The rest of this can also be just... yeah, this feels a little bit better. Copy, paste. I'm actually going to do just a little bit more detail. Use some brackets up top. Get some like other definition into here. Yeah, okay, that feels a little bit more like we got some like shape going on here. Shape and detail. Yeah, there we go. I think we're gonna pull it in by a plate. Select by connected. Suck in just a little bit more. Yeah, now I'm feeling pretty hearty about that. Okay, I was until I noticed that that was clipping. We can fix that though. Just get some plates in here, and then modified you. Should also probably think about actually like putting in some interior. Probably be better. There you go. Sweet. Looking pretty good so far. I kind of want to also capture that little bar that kind of goes to this mud flap and holds it in place. I don't think I can do that too well. Actually, no, I can do this. Hogwarts antenna. Or Hogwarts wand. Harry Potter wand. Okay, maybe I do need something here. Modified you like that. There we go. There we go. I know it doesn't attach in there like that, but it does attach kind of like to the underside. A little flexed, so we could even just kind of example that by doing a little bit of nonsense like this. Like that. There we go. Do copy mirror. I'll put it on the other side. So I'm pretty confident that it works. Let me actually go grab some parts and try it. Real fast. I should have my plate modifieds up top. Right? Oh, those are brick modifieds. Hold on. Hold on. Is it in my brackets? Oh, it's my brackets right there. Oh yeah, it does have the mini peg hole in the bottom. Doesn't it? Okay. There's my plates. I haven't found my plate modifieds. Surprisingly. I thought they were right up at the top. Last time I put stuff away. But it turns out they are not. Where are they buried? bricks. Lots of bricks. Lots of bricks. Lots of bricks. Where's my plate modifieds? Where's my clips? There they are. They are buried. There, found them. Okay, sweet. Now we can try it. So, 2x clip on the underside of just any 2x plate. And it holds in, but just barely. Okay, so it's a lot worse than I thought it was, but if you do press it in, it does kind of actually stay there. Actually, if you add enough force, it does. Like, if you really pinch it on, it does kind of jam itself on and actually want to just stay there. So yeah, that'll work. Actually does work. And then for the... Where's my minifig accessories at? Found them. And for the whole infinity stones on the underside of brackets, I got my infinity stone. I got my 2x bracket here. Not you. I need the other type of 2x bracket. You dark bluish gray. Oh yeah, no, that like perfectly fits in the underside of that. Okay. Well, it's cool. We will definitely be using that technique in the future. Away my infinity stone back into its little baggie here. Don't lose it. It's such a tiny part. Like, Lego produces some really minuscule parts sometimes. Having them in my tiny little drug baggies is nice. We're just keeping them organized and not getting lost. I currently keep all my Lego stuff organized by type. Ziploc bags, but I also have like the smaller type of Ziploc bags. A lot of my friends like to refer to as drug baggies. My little drug baggies of Lego. Yeah, okay, so we're basically out of time for today. So next week, I have to do the sleeper and finish out the kind of the rest of the body of this thing. And then after that, we need to start modifying it and attaching all the bits that make it an Autocarrier, which will be interesting. I'll have to pull out a lot of examples of Autocarriers, reference photos and stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and save this model really quick. Actually, I'm just going to save this as a Chevy Bison. We're going to keep it as a regular Chevy Bison. And then we're going to do a modification of it that turns it into the Autocarrier version. Yeah, without further ado, I do hope you enjoy. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day / evening, depending where you are in the world. And yeah, take care, and bye-bye.